So you can hear the speakers blaring in the background and hear just some Wranglers and Gladiators going around the track, and you can even see the rain coming right in front of you. And they have other vehicles when it's not raining quite so much. You can see that that first test is using wood, and I guess it's mainly a test of traction and clearance. When it's not raining, they will have Grand Cherokees and maybe other Jeeps. It's hard to tell. In the past, they've had Renegades and Compasses and Cherokees. This year, I don't see those also going around. And you get a nice view of the underside of the Wrangler, at least, as they go over this first pass. Now, around in the back, you can see there's a nice, what looks like a 30-35 degree angle, and it goes straight from that up onto this breakover ramp. And these are the kind of cute tricks that look relatively easy, but they have been known to literally break vehicles that had pretensions to being serious 4x4 vehicles before. And that's one thing about a Jeep. Even the relatively tame ones, like the Renegades, you know, their bodies can take an awful lot of punishment. Now we're going to go over onto the Ford Bronco side and see what that's like. In some ways, Ford was much cleverer than Jeep in how they constructed these, because you can hear that there's a lot more noise made by their barriers than by the ones that Jeep is using. And also, of course, they have those fancy LED things coming off the antenna. And here you have, this is actually a very cool display. And we're just, right now, the demonstrator is showing off the internal features like turning, like the electronically disconnecting sway bars, which Jeep has had for a long time. But Jeep doesn't tell you about them really on the tour, and they don't make it clear. They don't go in and out of it like Ford demonstrators do. The Jeep program does get a lot of throughput. They put people through very quickly, but they don't necessarily awe you with what they can do. Whereas here, this is actually a very impressive test. And of course, any Jeep will be able to do this without much problem, and they used to demonstrate Renegades doing it, going up on two wheels, balancing, etc. But it really shows you how that long travel independent suspension operates. Now, of course, it requires an awful lot of body strength to get away with this. And it was funny to me because when Jeep used to show it on Renegades, I used to get Jeepers complaining that the whole point of the Wrangler is that all the wheels will always be on the ground, even in this case. But what they were showing with the Renegade was that you'd still have traction enough to get over the obstacle with two wheels in the air and two wheels on the ground. Either way, it's a really impressive demonstration of the kind of suspension that some Jeepers have always wanted and others have said would never work. So come back for more to stillpower.com and possibly motels.com. This is Dave signing off.